Hello, everyone. Am I wrong about retirement or is it just me? That's the question I am asking you today because everybody seems to be focused on 5% rules, having somebody tell them when they can retire, and stocking away money for declining health and nursing homes. At least that's the impression I get from AI and YouTube. And that sounds pretty depressing. I have a cousin who, in her early 50s, said that she was saving for her nursing home expenses. And that just seemed so far off that she would think that she was going to be going to a nursing home or that she would even need a nursing home. So that's my question today is, am I wrong about retirement? Long before David and I started this YouTube channel, we put up a website. And if you've been following me for any length of time, you probably know it's rebelretirement.com. We produced content for years and it's based on our experience. And we have had a different experience than a lot of retirees, and we have something to share. And we think that content is of great value. We have a lot of content there on various topics. Some of it is from David's perspective, from the male point of view of how he thinks people want to retire sooner instead of later, how men think that way in the workplace. And we have topics on relationships and Social Security, and all of this is from our experience. But we're not selling financial services and we're not fear mongering about money. What it is, it's for real people facing the reality of retirement. And we write from personal experience and from the viewpoint that people want to leave the rat race sooner instead of later. Retirement is going to happen one way or another. We thought for the average person, and this is for people of various socioeconomic situations, that one day people reaching a certain age no longer go to their jobs. Now, this could be for various reasons. Some people are forced out, and sometimes it's voluntary. For example, some people might be offered an early retirement package. That's when they take that opportunity to reinvent themselves, invest in themselves, take the opportunity to start something that would prepare for their future down the road in retirement. Or sometimes people are laid off, and that's when they take the opportunity to move on and reinvent themselves. Sometimes people get sick and their health forces them to retire. Others have successful businesses, and then they decide to take a back seat and give more responsibility to a kid. Other people have pensions. Some people get inheritances. Whatever the motivation, retirement happens. People get older and then they retire. Am I out of touch? Is making spreadsheets and calculating how you'll accumulate money to live for the next 20 years and planning withdrawals adjusted for inflation? Is that how people are planning for retirement? Is that what most people are doing? Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that we shouldn't plan, because we all plan all of our lives. We make plans for weddings, wedding plans for raising our children and where we're going to send them to school, plans on where to live, planning vacations, and writing out business plans. So I'm not saying that we shouldn't plan, but life is a roller coaster, which brings to mind the scene in Parenthood where grandma overhears Steve Martin and Mary Steenburgen's character talking about an unexpected pregnancy. They already have 3 kids, and this child will be number 4. Mary Steenburgen's character is really happy about it. She's excited about it. Baby number 4. She's a homemaker, and she just loves what she does doing. But Steve Martin is not so happy about it. He's looking more on the financial end of things, what this is going to cost and how this is going to affect his career and so on and so forth. In the film, Grandma, who is staying with them at this time, compares life to a roller coaster ride. She says that some people prefer the merry-go-round, which only goes in circles, while she prefers the roller coaster because it's more exciting and you get more out of it. Now, she's referring to a roller coaster ride that she had with her husband when she was 19. I don't know if they were dating at the time, if she was actually married to her husband. But anyway, in the movie, she says grandpa. So we know that this was her husband to be anyway. The line in that movie always impressed me. And it's part of a longer monologue where grandma says that a ride could make you so frightened, so scared, so sick, so excited, and so thrilled altogether. And that got me thinking because I'm a roller coaster gal. I have enjoyed life as the roller coaster, which I thought a lot of people have. I don't think we get to this point in life, or at least to the point where we're thinking about retirement, and we haven't had some kind of roller coaster. Maybe there are a lot of people that are merry-go-round people, and that's fair enough. You know, some people like merry-go-rounds and some people like roller coasters. At any rate, what I thought about retirement was all wrong. Sometimes what we think about making plans for retirement can be wrong. And what I thought about retirement was all wrong. And you can see what I mean in this video. I think perhaps maybe I have gone a little bit off on a tangent here. So I want to get back to that idea of, am I wrong about retirement? Because from what I see on YouTube, the popular retirement content, the popular topics that my peers and others are looking at seemed about planning retirement out to a T. That it's more about planning for the numbers, planning everything about retirement that could possibly happen for every contingency. And am I missing something here? As I said, planning's great. We all plan. So it's not saying that we don't plan, but I certainly don't think we can plan for 20 years of retirement with all of the things that could possibly happen. So are you guys planning for retirement by looking at YouTube videos that are focused on financial advice? Are you looking at videos from financial advisors and 40-year-olds that aren't even retired? I understand these channels where people are retired and they're giving their experience on how they're living off of X amount of dollars and that sort of thing. But according to AI and YouTube, people want all of that financial advice. So again, am I missing something? Am I wrong about all of this? That said, if you want content for real people from real people, I invite you to look around my channel. I have a lot of content that covers all sorts of topics, much of it, if not most of it, taken from our website. That includes topics on relationships, social security, topics on health, a lot of different things that really go into what makes retirement. So I'm hoping you'll check out that content. Again, please join in the conversation. Let me know what I'm missing here. Let me know in the comments. And please give this video a like, comment, and subscribe. It tells the YouTube algorithm that you like my content. But more than that, I appreciate your support. And in turn, I can provide content that you value. Until next time, stay curious, stay healthy, and trust your retirement journey. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Arlene, and I'll see you next time. Hey, you guys, please take a look around my channel. I have hundreds of videos on topics including Social Security, Medicare, how to get out of debt, pros and cons of moving, relationship issues, health topics, and more. And all of these videos are based on my experience and what I have learned in retirement. And I know that many people are worried about money in retirement, and this is exactly why Rebel Retiree and I created our Just-in-Time Retirement series. And it's absolutely free, you guys, so it doesn't hurt to take a look at it. It's a mindset-based retirement planning strategy that eliminates waste and aligns your finances with your goals and values. With continuous improvement, you free up your resources to create an abundant retirement lifestyle. So I recommend viewing the playlist on this channel. And to get the full picture, visit our website, rebelretirement.com. And if you are nearing retirement and worried about your financial future, you're going to get a whole different viewpoint. See for yourself at rebelretirement.com.